You know, I often wonder if what I'm doing is the right thing. And I think it is. Sit there and think about stuff. Think about, like, how did I get so... I'm getting pretty close to that time. I'm guessing probably a couple months away, maybe 3. So yeah, I know I can, once I do this, I could either die then, maybe something will happen, or a few days or weeks, or maybe even years. My goal is to make it 10 years, but that's the other hard part. It's either to not care about dying and to still care about the project.
これからご覧いただくのは、彼自身が撮影した映像で、殺人者の内面を垣間見ることができる貴重な記録です。ドキュメンタリー形式で構成されたこのビデオ日記には、家族思いで仲の良い父親としての姿が収められています。しかし、そんな人物がどうして突然殺人犯に至ったのか、その片鱗を感じ取れるかもしれません。
Okay. Looks like everything's working. Just checking the camera out. Since it's the first time watching myself. I hate watching myself. It's like, man, that's the way other people see me. So it's gonna take some getting used to. Not used to talking into a camera. Let's see, so here you can look at the trail. There's not much of a trail. I try to keep it as hidden as I can, so other people will stay off of it, which has worked so far. It's pretty far out, so nobody's been up here yet. I usually come up with between a 30 and 40 pound pack. Every time I bring a load of something up, I'm actually starting to get a lot up here. Try to make it as easy as I can during the transition time. So far I've got a bed, blow-up bed, mattress, with blankets and pillows and clothes and stuff to keep me comfortable. So we'll see how long I last doing this. I don't know.
2012年当時、アメリカではこの動画に登場するピーター・ケラーの事件が大きな話題となりました。ピーターが起こした事件については、サムネイルや題名からある程度想像がつくかもしれませんが、詳細については動画後半で紹介していきます。ぜひ、彼の言葉が何を意味するのかを感じ取りながら視聴してみてください。殺人者自身が自らの考えや日常を撮影した映像は極めて珍しいものです。カメラに向かって話す何気ない言葉からは、彼の冷酷な計画の全貌を想像するのは困難であり、そのギャップが多くの人々の関心を引きました。
Basically, come up here on the weekends or on a Friday, weekday, whenever the weather permits, or depending on what I'm doing, at least once a week. And I tend to stay up here for about, well, with travel time, probably around 9 hours a day, or each time, which is a long time.
カメラと犬を連れて荒野を歩き回っていないとき、41歳のピーターは父親であり、夫でもありました。
Hey, Daddy. Okay, I got this way. If you guys won't let me take that many pictures.
ピーターには妻のリンネット・ケラーと娘のケイリーン・ケラーがいました。3人はとても仲が良く、まるで絵に描いたような幸せな家族に見えていました。
Are you videotaping her?
Yep. Let's do a lot of videotape and then I just cut all the junk out.
Kayleen Keller.
All right. So how do you feel, Kayleen?
No more high school, yay!
Feel different? No?
You don't feel different? You got a new life ahead of you. No more freaking school. Well, high school.
Yeah, you got till tomorrow to get your stuff out of the house. So.
No, she's living with us forever. Sorry, Carson. Forever.
ケイリーンは父親がビデオ日記の録画を始めてから数ヶ月後に高校を卒業し、秋には大学に進学する予定でした。彼女は環境保護やゲーム技術への関心に加え、父親と同じくカメラにも興味があり、ビデオ撮影という趣味にも手を出していました。
Can you take a picture of me and sell me on eBay?
I'm so sorry.
What are you doing?
Bill, I could have used yours. I came straight from the airport as soon as I heard. Yeah, I don't like that number. Honey, please.
Come on, talk.
妻のリンネットも時々カメラを使って動画を撮影して、それを YouTube に投稿していました。
Hi everyone. My little puppy's looking outside. Okay, I got a lot of stuff to show you guys that I'm going to put in my store. I'm so excited. This is bag 2. And I had so much fun making these too. You guys got a lot of products in here.
I want to first show you, look at Dino. He just got a haircut a couple days ago. My husband was like, he's looking too scruffy.
I am a very shy person. And doing these videos really helps me open myself because I figured if somebody doesn't want to watch it, then don't watch it. I'm not forcing you to. So these videos really help, and he really helped me.
My husband, a few months ago, went out and bought me this big recliner for my back, and I just now starting to use it, and he's so happy. Usually I just sit on the left seat. I love this chair. He's here, he's supporting me, he takes care of me, even though I can't go back to work and I'm home in pain all the time, he gave me my scrapbooky room with my dream come true.
リンネットは健康上の問題を抱えながらも、手作りのカスタムペーパーフラワーを制作、販売し、趣味のスクラップブック作りも地域のフェアで披露するなどして家計を支えていました。
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Pretty much this is my anniversary present. I'm so thankful that my husband was able to give me that so I could stock up on supplies for me. And I also got some stuff for you guys too. Even my husband was looking at this and was just like, oh my gosh, look at the detail.
外から見れば、この家族は何の問題も抱えていないように見えていました。しかし、その裏では、ピーターが想像を超える問題を抱えていたようです。
You can watch me open this thing. This thing's always so heavy. But,works good.
ケラーキャンプと呼ばれたこの立派な構造物こそが、ピーターが長い間森の中で時間を費やしていた理由でした。丘の一部に巧妙に偽装されており、存在が露見しそうな唯一の要素は、一部の屋根に貼られた仮設のシートでした。しかし、ピーターはそれさえも茂みを使って丁寧に隠していました。
This is something I wanted to do probably since I was a teenager. To make a home underground somewhere so I didn't have to live around people. One of my projects today is to take all this wood that I've cut up recently and stack it up, pull it down, so if somebody stumbles out here, it not as noticeable. It's just now I have the means and I'm able to actually pay for it. I've spent a lot of money on this so far, thousands of dollars. Thousands more on guns and other stuff, other hardware I'm going to need. Everything I can think of.
この地下壕は、彼のとある計画を実行した後の生活を送るために作ったものとされています。ピーターの地下壕は、10年以上もの歳月をかけて構築され、社会から隔離された生活を送るための隠れ家として機能するよう設計されていました。驚くべきことに、物資のすべては周囲の森から集めるか、彼の家から徒歩で約1時間かけて運んできたものでした。ピーターが起こした事件では、地下壕がその異常な準備性と隠蔽性から、事件の中でも特に注目されました。
This is kind of an outside look. My wood pile on this side.
「必要な工具や材料に加え、ピーターは大量の食料や飲み物、そして自分の快適さを満たす品々も持ち込んでいました。中に簡易キッチンを設置し、 非常用のウォッカの隠し場所まで備えていたのです。この地下壕全体は発電機で動かされており、ピーターはその発電機をなんとか山の上まで運んだようです。また、彼は上下逆にした金属製のゴミ管を使って焚き火ストーブを自作し、煙を外に逃がすために煙突も設置しました。この煙は最終的にこの場所を特定するための手がかりとなるものでした。
I just feel like I'm getting knocked back every time financially. My wife is just gonna suck all the money out that I have.
And I'm so excited because I can actually afford these deals. My husband, he gave me some money to go in here, so I'm like so excited.
All right, I'm getting ready to move one of these big beams in. This thing is pretty heavy. It's soaked with water, which makes them very heavy. Makes it a real
Let's see. I met him when I was in high school, but I just, wasn't interested. And then I met him again, and he was so sweet. We became like best friends. He said one of these days he wanted to get married and have kids, and he asked me what I wanted. And I said, I don't ever want to get married. So then my sister, we were getting along at the time. She really liked him, and she said, well, you got to just, you're going to regret it if you don't. So I was like, okay. Then 3 months later, he started talking to me about marriage. And I was like, dude, I told you I don't want to get married. Stop pressuring me. We've only officially been together for 3 months. He actually started within a month. And I was just like, no, you got to stop. So finally, a little over 3 months, he asked me to marry him. I was like, of course I'll marry you. And I grabbed the ring and put it on my finger. I was just so excited.
Jesus Christ, God.
That's my story of my husband, who is my husband, who's the love of my life.
At this point, I don't know what's going to happen. I may get caught right away. I mean, I could basically be dead in 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I don't know. It's all up to chance at this point. So I don't think anyone knows where I'm at. But if they put it together, who knows? At this point, I have to take that chance. So it's just going to be a point of, go as far as I can. I do have my escape, and that's death. And I'm okay with that. So I'm getting to the point where just trying to live and pay bills and live as a civilian and go to work.
He's a great guy. He stuck around with me. I'm, some guys are kind of leave when you get that, it's part of your vows. But anyways, I don't want to get on to that.
It just freaks me out. It's actually more comfortable for me to think about living out here, robbing banks, pharmacies, just taking what I want for as long as I can. At least it'll be exciting. It won't be boring. And I don't have to worry about Lynette or Kayleen. And everything will be taken care of. It'll just be me.
ピーターが家族に見せていた表の顔とは裏腹に、心の中ではかなりの不安や葛藤を抱えていたようです。彼の謎めいた発言のいくつかを聞くと、その言葉の裏には、表面上の意味を超えた暗い側面や深い空想が隠されていることが感じ取れます。
Well, I wanted to get a video log in. We haven't done part that I'm not looking forward to. I'm getting pretty close to that time. I'm guessing probably a couple months away, maybe 3. So yeah, I know I can, once I do this, I could either die then, maybe something will happen, or a few days or weeks, or maybe even years. My goal is to make it 10 years, but that's the other hard part. It's either to not care about dying, and to still care about the project.
ピーターが10年続けることと語っている部分で意味しているのは、この地下壕で10年間生き延びることを指しているようです。その時が近づいているとは、彼が計画していた事件のことを指しているのでしょう。
Go ahead and open this. Oh my goodness. You are so sweet. You guys, sorry I'm whispering. My husband's sleeping and our little doggy's sleeping with him. Last time I was doing a video, I was talking too loud and he woke up and came out here.
Part of me has a hard time even imagining doing what I'm going to do, but as I think about it, I always come up to the same conclusion every time. I'm starting to get more okay with it. Other times I feel like I'm more than ready. I've tried to make it in this world and it just isn't happening. I'm 40 now and I am running out of time. I don't even question it anymore. It just seems like everything makes so much sense now. You know, just the more I've thought about it, the more I understand it. I don't really feel bad about it. It's just the way it is. You know, certain things happen that cause this to happen. So, just kind of accepted it and just rolling with it. Well, this is it. Home sweet home. Got the lantern going so you can see a little bit, not a lot. You know, I often wonder if what I'm doing is the right thing. And I think it is.
彼がすごく理にかなっているように思えると発言した場面は非常に衝撃的です。それは彼が自身の計画に対して一切の疑いを持たず、それどころかそれを完全に合理的で正当なものだと信じていたことを物語っています。
You know, as I do this for hour on hour, it's like I just sit there and think about stuff. Think about, like, how did I get so f***ed up? How did so many things go wrong? I don't think it's all my fault. I think it's more my upbringing, family life. I was just too ugly. Nobody cared. Yeah, basically last year has been really tough on me. I've been coming to terms, realizing just how pathetic I am. And there's just no hope. But it's tough. Wasn't interested in anything anymore. Couldn't motivate myself. All I did was work on this. This is the only thing that would make me feel better. But I think I've come to terms with it. Starting to feel better now. I'm not quite sure why exactly. If it's just that I'm getting this further along, or maybe I've just come to terms with what I am, my situation, and kind of working through it. You know, I've tried. I always keep going back to the same person I am. I guess it's also because I don't have anything. I never did. No money. My looks are horrible.
My husband actually gave me some money and I was going to go out and buy some of these, but I'm going to go buy ink instead. Oh my gosh. so awesome. Sorry, I'm trying not to get too excited because my husband's gonna be like, what are you doing?
No personality. I mean, I'm okay with it. It's just I understand now very clearly this is the only thing I have.
It's just a single pic, but you know, we all add single pic. Sorry, my dog's being crazy. My husband's probably chasing him around the living room. I know, my husband spoils me. He hates seeing me in pain, so tonight he came home and he gave me another $20 because he knows I'm going to the doctor's tomorrow and he wants me to stop at Michael's and get some more stuff.
Well, it's about 2 weeks before the end. This is going to be my last video, probably before till after that. That's terrible. Well, it's about 2 weeks before I finally drop out of society and start this project.
Sorry. The cute little puppy, right? So these are the items that are in there now. They're hard plastic. Stop.
Well, it's about 2 weeks before we finally drop out of society, fully commit to this. This is probably going to be my last video till after that.
ピーターは同じセリフを何度も撮り直していました。このリテイクは映像を見る人に対して最良の印象を与えたいという彼の意図を示していると考えられます。しかし、そもそもこの映像は誰に見られることを想定して残したものだったのでしょうか。アクティブシューターと呼ばれる特定の場所で銃を使って多数の人々を無差別に攻撃する犯罪者の中には、犯行前に自身の考えや計画を記録した動画を残す者もいます。ピーターの映像も、そうした行動と類似点が見られますが、彼がこれを誰のために、何を意図して残したのかは謎のままです。そもそも、この映像はどこから見つかったのでしょうか。その答えを探るためには、彼が引き起こした事件の詳細を振り返る必要があります。2012年4月22日、ピーター一家が住んでいた住宅地で、突然のように複数の近隣住民が爆発音を聞きました。近隣住民たちはピーター一家の家の窓から炎が噴き出しているのを目撃し、すぐに消防隊を呼びました。消防隊員は屋根に登って火を消し止めようと懸命に奮闘しましたが、火は勢いを増し、ついには屋根を突き抜けるほど激しく燃え上がっていました。火が鎮火し、捜査員が住宅内に入った際、寝室で2体の遺体が発見されました。妻のリンネット・ケラーと娘のケイリーン・ケラーの遺体でした。家の中には、ピーターは見当たりませんでした。
I was actually the public information officer, and I think it was a weekend, because I was actually heading out of town, and I got the phone call, so I turned around, came back into town, and arrived up there in North Bend, and then the investigation started there, and as the investigation went on, it just snowballed from what the heck happened to, wow, this is bigger than I think anybody thought at the start.
火事が起きたその日、ピーターの行方を追うことが警察の最優先事項となりました。数時間のうちに、彼の車が都心部に駐車されているのが発見されました。鍵が中に残されていましたが、彼がどこへ行ったのかを示す手がかりはありませんでした。警察が彼の職場に出向いて行き先を尋ねると、同僚たちが知っていたのは、ピーターはその日すでに帰宅しており、明日、来週、またはもう二度と戻ってこないかもしれない、と話していたことだけでした。また、ピーターが家族の銀行口座から最近$6200を引き出していたことも判明しました。すべての状況は、ピーターが危険にさらされているか、逃亡しているか、あるいはその両方を示唆していましたが、当初は彼がどこにいるのか警察には手がかりがありませんでした。しかし、ほどなくして警察は幸運に恵まれました。彼の家を捜索する中で、ピーターのビデオ日記が保存されたハードドライブが発見されたのです。さらに住宅内で発見された他の物証と合わせて、この火事はただの事故や自然発火ではなく、恐ろしい計画の一部であることが明らかになりました。
Well, before, a while ago, I used to sit here and think, this whole thing is just crazy at times, and then I'd think about it, and then it would make sense, and it's like, okay, this is what I gotta do.
ピーターがこの映像で見せる決意と、彼の家の焼け跡から警察が発見した恐ろしい詳細は、 経験豊富な警察官であっても衝撃を受けるものでした。ビデオ日記は、ピーターの考えを記録するだけではなく、実は追跡の手がかりをも提供していました。ビデオ日記の他の記録や関連する写真が、ピーターの足取りを追うための鍵となったのです。
They had photographs that Keller had taken on the mountainside as he's constructing this bunker, from nothing's there to a little bit more to a little bit more. In one of the photos, you can see, I couldn't see it. It looked like a power line in the distance. So you're looking off the mountain toward, which would be North Bend, the city. You can barely see this power line and something else. Again, I didn't think it was a power line. But our detective, Mike Mellis, says, I think that's a power line. I think that down there is probably the city. And then according to these other photos, there's a couple streams nearby. So he does a lot of investigation and says, well, it's got to be in one of these 2 points then. And I'm like, I don't know how he came up with that, but he was exactly right.
彼が残した写真や映像のおかげで、警察はケラーキャンプの捜索に乗り出すための十分な手がかりを得ることができました。捜索には約6日間を要しましたが、ついにその努力が実り、キャンプを発見することに成功しました。この映像に見える煙は、ピーターが作った簡易煙突から出ており、ケラーキャンプの場所を特定する決め手となりました。しかし、すぐに突入して逮捕するという方法は取れませんでした。それにはいくつかの理由がありました。家の火事で破壊されずに残っていた録画を確認したところ、ピーターがキャンプにも銃器を持ち込んでいる可能性が高いことが判明していました。さらに、人質事件の可能性も視野に入れていました。もしピーター自身が人質として囚われている場合、無理に突入すれば彼の命を危険にさらす恐れがありました。一方で、もしピーターが人質を取っている立場なら、突入は状況を悪化させ、最悪の事態を引き起こしかねませんでした。そこで、ケラーキャンプから自ら姿を現すように誘導する必要があったのです。
You guys on the number 3 side, can you get to that window and break it out or throw a gas in there?
Brian, there looks like a slot or a window that's propped open in the back, directly towards the dirt wall, but I couldn't see it. You've got something over it. Maybe you guys can throw a log through it or something.
But if we throw number 2 in that ditch, it should cycle right up into the tarp, should push it right into the structure.
これが彼らの決断でした。スワットチームが地下壕を包囲し、ガス管が内部の人物を地下壕の外に追い出し、待ち構える部隊の元に向かわせることを期待していました。しかし、約10分が経過しても何も変化がありませんでした。
Yeah, it's dissipating finally. The first one you sent in is dissipating. You want me to throw a 98 under the window, the open window where we first gassed?
Yeah, if you can do it from your position.
ガス管が効果を示さないため、スワットチームは戦術の再考を余儀なくされました。
For planning purposes, if this gas isn't going to work, we may have the command post try and locate like a wildlands fire pump and hose that can pump a large volume of water into this place, Brick.
Okay.
I think we could probably utilize this creek. We just need enough hose and a pumping station to get it, up to where we want it.
We've got new photos showing this bunker may have multiple levels.
Big copy.
ピーターの地下壕は、警察が当初想定していたよりも広く、複数の部屋がありました。
Well, this is the end of the day. I'm getting wrapped up, getting ready to leave. I don't know if you can see me, but it's kind of one last look at everything. That's my fireplace, wood stove, whatever. Pretty dark. Now we're going upstairs. This is where most of my supplies are. Pretty well stocked up. My window. down on the wood stove. And that pretty much wraps it up for the day.
最終的に警察は地下壕に向かって手榴弾を投げ込むという手段に出ました。しかし爆発が起きても何の反応もなかったため、警察は自ら地下壕に接近する必要があると判断しました。丸1日地下壕を包囲した後、警察は慎重に状況を見極め、最終的に屋根を破って突入する決断を下しました。家の火災の調査にこれほど大規模な対応が求められたのは、一見不思議に思えるかもしれません。実際、当初はそこまでの対応は想定されていませんでした。しかし、現場を調査した結果、捜査員は放火事件であると判断しました。さらに家の中を調べたところ、恐ろしい発見が状況を一変させました。キッチンでは、赤いガソリン缶の残骸がコンロの上で溶けた状態で発見されました。これは厚手のフライパンに置かれ、熱されて発火を待つ仕掛けになっていたようです。さらに警察は、家の中で複数のガソリン缶や弾薬の箱、自家製の爆発物装置を発見しました。捜査員は、この装置が火によって作動し、家全体とその中の全てを完全に破壊する意図があったと推測しました。消防隊がほんの数分遅れて到着していたら、爆発が屋根の上にいた消防隊員を直撃し、命を奪っていた可能性もありました。警察は、これらの証拠とビデオ日記が火事で破壊されるように計画されていたと考えています。しかし、発見されたものの中で最も衝撃的だったのは別のものでした。家の寝室で見つかったリンネットと娘ケイリーンの遺体は、火災の影響を受けていない状態で発見されました。2人とも火災が原因ではなく、頭部を銃で撃たれて亡くなっていたのです。
Nice. Nice, look at all that smoke. Oh my gosh.
Okay, make sure you don't touch this.
Okay.
Because this gets really freaking hot.
ピーターのビデオ日記で一貫してほのめかされていたのは、彼が自分の家族を殺害し、すべての証拠を火災で消し去った後、長年かけて作り上げた地下壕で暮らすという、おぞましい計画だったのです。
You know, I often wonder if what I'm doing is the right thing. And I think it is. I'm getting pretty close to that time. I'm guessing probably a couple months away, maybe 3. So yeah, I know I can, once I do this, I could either die then, maybe something will happen, or a few days or weeks, or maybe even years. My goal is to make it 10 years, but that's the other hard part. It's either to not care about dying and to still care about the project. Part of me has a hard time even imagining doing what I'm going to do, but as I think about it, I always come up to the same conclusion every time. I'm starting to get more okay with it.
事件を担当した捜査官は、この悲劇について自身の考えを共有しました。
I don't think either of them knew it was coming. Again, based on the conversations that we had with friends of both of them, it sounded like he was a loving, great husband. So I think they're both blindsided by it. And, you know, I don't know. This case just racks my brain. There's no way it's ever going to resolve in my brain because you just think, why? Not only did he kill his wife and his daughter, but based on the friends and neighbors, he had this dog that went everywhere with him, hiking or apparently to go build a bunker, you know, for all these years. And he killed the dog too. He was afraid that the dog would give him away in the bunker. And so he killed the dog too. Again, there's no explanation. I mean, I get that he obviously had some sort of mental illness. Dipstick wasn't hitting the oil with him, but it just makes you shake your head. I've seen a lot of stuff in my career, a lot of bad things. You just shake your head about, you know, sometimes when things happen. But this case really, really got to me.
そして、警察がケラーキャンプに突入した時に何が起こったのかを語りました。
when our TAC 30, aka SWAT guys, discover the bunker, of course, they surround it and make sure everybody's safe, let everybody know what's going on before they hail to him saying, hey, come on out with your hands up, yada, yada, all that. And it was just a short time after they initially tried to make contact with him that they heard a pop. So they didn't know, did he have an accidental discharge? Was it something else? They didn't know.
ケラーキャンプの壁がついに突破されたとき、警察はピーターが命を絶ったことを確認しました。彼は包囲され、逮捕が迫る中で銃を使って自ら命を絶ったのです。
Well, the fact that he was found was significant. We were worried what he might do to somebody else. If he's, brazen enough to kill his wife and his daughter, then what's he going to do to somebody else? But I think there was a sense of relief that it was over, that he had been not apprehended, but that he was finished with his crime spree, that nobody else got hurt. There was so much potential for injuries to citizens and all the officers involved that it was definitely a sense of relief.
ケラーキャンプはキング軍天然資源局に引き渡され、最終的に地下壕は破壊されました。ピーターの隠し持っていた現金は、リンネットと娘ケイリーンの追悼のために設立された記念奨学金に寄付されました。動画の映像や、リンネットの言葉から語られる家族思いで優しいお父さんの一面を持つ人物が、このような暗い計画を抱えているなど、一体誰が想像できたでしょうか。しかし、その裏に隠された真実こそが、この事件の恐ろしさを物語っています。結局、この映像を壊すつもりだったのなら、なぜ最初から撮影していたのか、そしてなぜ妻と娘を殺害するまでに至ったのか、多くの疑問が残ります。しかし、その真相は、彼の地下壕とは違い、永遠に闇の中に隠されたままとなってしまいました。